This is the New York Sports Machine on WICR.
Hey guys, and welcome back to First Touch. My name's Frank DiZenzo alongside soccer specialist Jacobo Aparicio. What's up, Jacobo?
Hello, Frank. How you doing?
All right, today we're going to give you everything and anything that has to do with the Champions League. There's 8 teams left, 4 solid games that are going to be going on next week. It's going to be going on the April 14th and April 15th. But let's start with the 14th. First matchup here, we have Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. 2 Madrid teams, always a big clash of the Titans. Last year, Real got the best of them in the finals. How do you feel about them in the quarterfinals here this year?
I think it's 50-50, this game. Other years I would have answered immediately that Real Madrid was going to pass. But Atletico Madrid really knows how to play Real Madrid. They have proven it. They have won Real Madrid almost every single match this season, and if not, they have tied. So they're doing very well against this team. Real Madrid has this thing that they're coming back again. They had that crisis during the middle of the season against Barca and losing the first part of the league, and now they're trying to recover and focus on the last sprint of the season, where they're gonna try to beat Atletico Madrid and make the semifinals and win the Champions League, and also try to win the Spanish League, which is going to be very tough.
Right, now one thing I want to touch upon with this clash of the Titans here, I mean, 2 Madrid teams always love for bragging rights, really. Atletico really does know how to play Real. Now, what is the main thing that Atletico do to Real that just puts them over the top sometimes? You know, in this past year in the league, I mean, they've beat them 4-0, they've beat them a couple times, but a couple extra goals to spare, you know? So what's the one thing that either Atletico does to Real or Real needs to do to Atletico to make sure they stay on top of their game?
Very good question. If I knew it 100%, I would be coaching Real Madrid. So, let's see. Atletico Madrid, what they do very well against Real Madrid is play humble. They all play like soldiers, like brothers playing together, and in any single moment they think they're better than the other team. Real Madrid on the other side plays sometimes a little bit cocky because they know that individually they're better than the other guys, and that's the key point. Real Madrid should play this game trying to possess the ball and being themselves, but also being humble and not thinking that because they're a bigger team they're gonna win. Atletico Madrid, what they do against Real Madrid is defend very well, but also they're starting to possess the ball, using Arda to run very well in that middle, trying to connect like the forwards and the midfield, and also they use set pieces extremely well. That's what Mono Burgos, the second coach of Atletico Madrid, is a specialist in that, and they use it very well against Real Madrid, who is lacking a little bit of intensity in this kind of plays.
I'm definitely going to agree with you. I do believe it's a 50-50 shot. Moving over to the next game, that's also going to be played on the 14th. We have Juventus going up against Monaco. I would like to say 50-50 because I do enjoy Monaco playing, but I mean, Italian Serie A, I'm just going to have to go with the old lady. Juventus I see coming out of this one. How do you feel about this matchup, Jacobo?
I'm going to give 70% to Juventus, 30% to Monaco. Monaco did very well against Arsenal, but Arsenal pulling the upset. But Arsenal it's a weak team. We think they're a big club, and they're starting to lose that capacity of winning, of being a winning team, a competitive team, and they have absolutely lost that skill. And I think the fault of that is. It's Arsene Wenger. He has lost the hunger that he used to have when he arrived to Arsenal. But that's not the point. The point is Monaco, who did very well against Arsenal, but I think Juventus is going to be aware of this strengths and that Monaco has, and they should win. They should win this.
Definitely agreed there. Now moving over to the 15th, another 2 solid games on this day. The first one going on is Paris Saint-Germain versus Barcelona. Now 2 huge clubs with outstanding front threes. For Barca, there's Neymar, Suarez, and Messi. And for PSG, there's Lavezzi, maybe Lucas, Cavani, and there's Ibrahimovic. You know, I really do feel if Ibra shines and maybe comes back a couple years and starts really putting some things in the back of the net, that they could have an opportunity here. But I mean, just Barcelona a world-class team, really clicking right now, especially with Suarez scoring a lot lately. How do you feel about this match?
I think that Barcelona, even though they had this bad game against Celta, they even won. So that shows that they're in a very good dynamic, that they're winning without thinking about it.
Right.
And I think the favorite team for this game is going to be Barcelona. I would say it's kind of 65% for them in chances of winning. But PSG, they did a miracle passing to quarterfinals against Chelsea. And they have to realize that and say, hey, we got opportunity. Why aren't we going to be able to beat this huge team also? But we already won one of the favorite teams, which was Chelsea. Why aren't we going to pass to semifinals instead of Barcelona?
Really strong-hearted team for PSG. Maybe they could pull the upset in this one because you know that Barcelona is just that huge club.
Yeah, I really think Barcelona is right now the best team in Europe.
Definitely.
Bayern can be close, but I really think it's Barcelona.
Definitely agree. Now, speaking of Bayern, we got the last game of the quarterfinals here. FC Porto going up against Bayern Munich. And, I mean, there's just not enough strength on Porto's side. I really believe it. I would love to see an update. It's always cool to root for the underdog. But Bayern Munich, I mean, the class of players on that team, it's outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding. So how do you feel about this matchup?
Porto has been unlucky with the with the match because they could have, even if they had the game against, I would say, PSG, even Atletico Madrid, Monaco, maybe even Juventus, any team but Barcelona and Bayern, I would say they would have chances close to 40%, something like that. In this case, I really think it's kind of 20%, or I don't know. So let's see what they can do, but Bayern should definitely pass to semifinals.
Definitely agreed. Well, there you go. There you have it. The quarterfinals of the Champions League. That's all the time we have here on First Touch. Once again, Jacobo, Aparicio, Frank DiZenzo. We'll see you guys next time.